Hey everyone, my name is Kelly Kellner, host and executive producer of GameChangerz, and welcome to our NFL Week 15 holiday show. Coming up, the best time of the year. I got my candy cane shirt on. This is my favorite Christmas shirt. I always win money when I handicap in this shirt. And speaking of winning money, let's bring in the man himself, Joe D'Amico. He is the man that single-handedly unionized the elves in Santa's workshop. I think it's a height thing. I think the elves resonate with you, Joe D'Amico. Is that why you love the elves, or is it the curly pointed shoes?
Well, Kelly, when you're as good looking as I am, height doesn't bother me. I'm good looking no matter what. And when you win as much as I do, buddy, it just doesn't matter. Elves, Santa, anyone out there, I'm happy. He's messing with my height, sports fans, but we all know I'm the best looking guy in this panel.
Oh, geez, I'll tell you what, man. You are, listen, you are a beautiful, beautiful son of a bitch. God bless you, my friend. Love having you in my life. Love having you in my world. Love having you handicapping. What I love about you, help me make money. And you did when I was a client of yours 20 years ago. I love how in the last year and a half, we've got to be very good friends. And we're spending time when I come down to Vegas. Whole year, I'm thinking about jumping on a plane pretty soon and coming down and see you. We got a lot of talking about football to do here coming up this weekend. Interesting time of the year. We've got some games. We've got some teams jockeying for playoff position and a lot of action going on. I want to start off with your first game, the Patriots and the Colts. Patriots plus 2.5 in this game. Man, oh man, do you think that line, I had a different number when I had it previous to the numbers coming out?
Actually, I think the Patriots should be a slight favorite or at least a pick 'em. Sports fans, I'll be honest with you. I've been rooting for Jonathan Taylor all season, and much of Indianapolis' success is because of the running back this season. There's always a but, and I like a big but, just like Kelly. But New England comes in here with the NFL's third-ranked rushing defense and the overall top-scoring stop unit. They are a swarming and stifling squad that will frustrate the Colts offense. They're going to slow Taylor down, guys. Mark my words. During their 7-game straight up and against the spread winning streak, the Patriots D has allowed just 10.4 a game. On the flip side, Kelly, what can we say about Mac Jones? He's playing well beyond his years. A 70% completion rate on the campaign. And over the last 7 games, Kelly, just 2 INTs. He's not making mistakes. He's not making rookie mistakes for sure, let alone, I mean, we see a lot of veterans in the league making a lot of mistakes this season. This young kid, he's got a great potential. I really love him. I'm glad. I liked him at Alabama. I love him even more now. Guys, he doesn't make mistakes, and the offense wears opponents down big time. The wrong team, as we said at the beginning of this analysis, is favored here, folks. The Patriots, 5-1 ATS the last 6 versus the Colts, 4-0 the last 4 on the road, 6-1 the last 7 following a bye week, and 5-0 the last 5 versus the AFC. I like New England outright here. I'm not even taking a plus of 2.5. But you want to err on the side of caution, take it, but put some money on that money line because they're going to win this game outright, folks.
We talked in the College Bowl show about the difference of sprinkling versus pounding. I am going to be pounding the money line on this because I like to play a round robin. I like to hook up some games together where I play more games, Joe, than you do. I'm an action junkie. I always have been. I like action in a game I'm watching. I know that doesn't make a lot of betting sense sometimes, but you know what? I'm at a point in my life where I really don't give a shit what people think. I've got my strategy. I'll take 5 games. I'll hook up 3 team round robins where if I go 3 out of 5, I'm getting my money back. 4 out of 5, I'm getting like 4 to 5 times my money. And on those occasions when you go 5 out of 5, you pound the hell out of the bookmaker. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to put them in the hospital, make them look ugly as hell. Speaking of ugly as hell, we got both sides of the Packers-Ravens game. So I want to bring New York Pelly, and not saying he's ugly. For an older Jewish man, he is a beautiful, beautiful son of a bitch. I know at the seniors' homes, I know a lot of the older ladies are wheeling by his room going, Jesus, New York Pelly, have you got a tip for me? Pelly, best of holiday season to you, brother. Let's talk about the Packers-Ravens game. It's 5.5, and you guys are on both sides of this game. Pelly, I'm going to start with you. Tell us why you like taking the points in this situation with the Ravens.
Well, this line is 5.5, but that's because the quarter Lamar Jackson's out for Baltimore, but he's questionable. And when players are questionable, a quarterback like him, 80% of the time they're going to play. So taking 5.5 now would be a very good idea because if he does announce that they is absolutely playing, this line will probably go down to maybe plus 1.5, plus 2 at the most. I like Baltimore a lot in this spot. Baltimore's 8-5. The Packers are 10-3. They're both going to make the playoffs unless something drastic happens. Baltimore has to win some games here, and their defense is going to play well here. Green Bay's good, but they're not going to cover by 5.5. This game is another field goal game as far as I'm concerned, either side.
Interesting. Well, I listen. I do agree with you in the fact. Now we shoot these shows on Thursday because usually Joe and I start drinking on Friday morning, and we have some mimosas and that, and it goes all the hell in a handbasket very quickly. So we shoot our media on Thursdays when we're as sharp as possible. We've recovered from Monday Night Football, but good point, Pelly. If if you get a turnaround that betting this game early, and then if the line does move, you get a 3.4 spread change in the game because of injury or Jackson coming in playing. Interesting point. But Joe D'Amico, listen, your track record, your history, your championships that are hanging on your wall, you can't compromise that. You are on the other side of this game, liking Aaron Rodgers and the Packers -5.5. Tell us why.
Well, guys, I think Pelly's made a lot of good points, and I agree with a lot of what he says a lot of the time. I don't agree with him here, but that's what makes the world go round, let alone the world of sports betting, sports fans. To me, whether it's Lamar Jackson or Tyler Huntley at the helm, trust me, it doesn't matter. And I don't think the point spread is going to come into play here at all. This Ravens offense, to me, is mediocre at best. Just over the last month or so, they were outscored by Miami, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland. Guys, none of those teams are really big offensive machines. All right, now let's go to their 2 victories over the last 5 weeks. They eked out a 16-13 win over Chicago and a 16-10 win in an earlier meeting with Cleveland. Once again, Chicago isn't that great of an opponent. Cleveland struggling, hot and cold, Jekyll and Hyde all season. Guys, this team is not a contender, but Green Bay is. Aaron Rodgers will pick apart the league's 31st ranked passing defense. This just might be his best performance of this season. Let's go flip side. Whether it be on the ground or in the air, the Packers D, I feel, is going to completely shut down the already stunted Ravens offense. With both the Buccaneers and the Cardinals, both teams, guys, sporting 10 wins, as well as the Packers want this win. They want more wins. They want to go into the postseason, the number 1 seed, and they can and will do it. I think they're the best team in this conference. My friends, since the week 1 loss, Green Bay is on an 11-1 against the spread run. They are money. 5-1 the last 6 on the road. 7-1 the last 8 is a fave. 16-5 the last 21 overall, even going back to last season. This team makes people money. I don't feel the point spread is going to even come into play here. This is a 10 to 14 point win for Green Bay. Take them and take your bookmakers' money.
There you go. That's why we love the different approaches, different analysis of the game here. Now let's talk about Pele. You're always taking the points, which I love. It's a strategy that when I made the shift, when I stopped consistently betting favorites, because you think, how the hell can this team lose? It doesn't matter what the spread is. And Joe, I do agree with you in some situations like this. There's just teams that are so good, they rip apart the spread. I got a game and a free pick coming up in a few minutes that's like that. But in certain situations, taking points, there's a game coming up this weekend. This was my play until I saw that Pele had it on the script. So of course I had to go and deeper into the old handicapping bag for my game coming up. But the Cowboys-Giants game, you're in New York. The line is 10.5, double-digit line, laying points on the road. It's a trap a lot of times. Pele, you're on the Giants. Talk to me about this game.
NFL football, 10.5 points or more, you have to take the points. The Giants are very questionable quarterback who's going to play. If it's just Josh Johnson or it's going to be Jones or the other kid. But New York will cover in this spot. Dallas plays down to their competition. And although they're better this year, there's no doubt, they still play down. Last week against Washington, they looked like they had that game locked up, and Washington almost came back to tie them. That was unbelievable, that game. It was amazing. Yeah. And I think the Giants are going to put on a very, very good performance here at home. And I'm sure the weather is going to be extremely cold, going to be a little bit more difficult for Dallas. They're not used to it like the Giants are. I love the Giants here. Plus 10.5. So very
absolutely. Yeah, no, I like that too. And it seems as though over the last number of years that the Giants always seem to rise to the occasion. It's a great rivalry between these teams and sometimes outplay the spread. So I love taking the points. I do like taking the 10.5 or more. Listen, the Cowboys come in, they win the game by 4, 7, 10. That's fine. You're still getting great value by taking points in these situations. I got a lot of players too that like playing teasers, taking teasers where you're playing 2, 3, 4 games. You're getting 6, 7, 10 points added on. Love that when you're taking points. I love always too taking the overs in those situations. But guys, let's get to my free pick coming up in Miami this weekend. The New York Jets are taking. And I don't know if they even let them fly on an airplane. I think they go down. I think they're taking Ubers all the way down there right now. It's the only way they can get there into Miami. I'm actually thinking about going to Miami for this weekend. It is so damn cold here, man. Oh, man. I'm writing my name in the snow outside before I go back into the shed. But Miami, minus 9.5 points at home against the Jets. I said it a couple of weeks. You can get under points against the Jets. This team is just beyond done. They've been done a long time ago. Miami, love them playing at home, playing in front of the fans, laying that 9.5. I think this is going to be a 14 to 18 point win for Miami. Love taking them. I love laying the points there. If you are playing a teaser, this is a great spot. Tease that down a little bit. But we're here to give you varying opinions. And listen, we're not always right all the time. I'd like to think that we are, but you know what? Sometimes things don't work out. That's why they play the games. Shit happens all the time. So I do like a lot of the strategies. I like a lot of the information. Wrapping up thoughts going into the last couple of weeks of NFL. Pele, why don't you start off? Give us some thoughts going into the end of the season here.
The season's winding down. The NFL, it's been a great season. I mean, all of the handicap is here. We've done well. But these are tough weeks. You really need the extra help from Joe, myself, or Kelster, because it's not that easy. You've got a lot of COVID involved right now. A lot of players are out. You've got coaches out. You've got some tough situations. You got to go to GameChangerz because we have up-to-date information, most importantly.
Yeah. And speaking of that, Joe, we were chatting about this a little earlier. Tell us about COVID protocols coming in with the NFL this weekend, for example, too.
Sports fans, we're in a health conscious era that we haven't had to deal with over recent decades. The last few years, we've seen a lot of strange things happen on all brands of sports: college and pro basketball, college and pro football, baseball, hockey. We've seen a lot of strange things happen. Right now, I did speak to some friends of mine over at the Superbook at the Westgate. There's a lot of moves in the NFL this weekend, just over the last few days. And Kelly said earlier, we tape on Thursdays in the NFL that are COVID-related issues. Just 3 of them in particular. The Jaguars went from 3 up to 5 over at the Superbook at the Westgate because of COVID situation. How about this one? The Eagles opened 3 minus $1.20, went up to 9.5, guys. 9.5. And the Raiders went from plus 6.5 down to -1. Now, guys, if you can notice, I'm wearing my Raiders gear. Now that they're losing, I could sport it. Nobody could accuse me of breaking my ankle, jumping on a bandwagon. Guys, I'll be honest, man. You really need to do your due diligence. Guys like Pele, like Kelly and myself, this isn't what we do. This is who we are. We walk it like we talk it. I'm up at 1:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every day, talking to people across the country, the islands, talking about line movements, talking to contacts and sources about injuries, weather conditions. All these things play a factor. Pele made a good point also. This last month or so of the season, of the NFL regular season, very tricky. Not only are you dealing with COVID situations and injuries, guys, you really need to be on top of what teams need to win, what teams don't. Very important. Some teams, they don't need it. They don't care. They're locked into a position. Another week or two, you're going to see a lot of that. So you've got to come to people like Kelly, Pele, and myself, because like I said, when you're sick, you go to a doctor. When your car breaks down, you go to a mechanic. When you need winners, you come to the folks at GameChangerz.
I call a professional nurse in anytime I get sick and make a little spicy Thai soup. That's what does it for me. Gentlemen, thank you very much for this week. Reminding you, go to GameChangerz.ca. Free picks, free plays every day. But college basketball package, Joe, I make you laugh when I don't have to do a little dance or drop my pants. It's funny making you laugh, you giggle, your nipples get hard when you laugh. I love that about you. Go to GameChangerz.ca. Our premium plays, our premium packages are fantastic. There's great value, a lot of fun. We're living large, my friends, living our best lives, betting sports, having fun. That's what it's all about when you win money. Pay a little princess tax. Buy your girlfriend something nice for Christmas. Little tennis bracelet. You got a tennis bracelet there, Joe? You buy 2 few tennis bracelets?
Absolutely. Actually, something just arrived yesterday that I ordered a special order for my wife, who I don't know how anybody takes me for 21 minutes, let alone 21 years. She deserves the whole world. Something very special came along those tennis bracelet lines. Let's just say it's shiny, and it's got a lot of carats. So she doesn't know she's not here today. She's off getting her hair done. But something arrived today that I special ordered. It came today from my jeweler. I love it. It's already in the stocking. But yes, absolutely. When you follow Kelly, Pele, and myself, and you make money, take care of those who take care of you guys, and it adds to more of it. And just to tell you, because Kelly mentioned something earlier, he talked about he likes a lot of games, he likes an action. There is nothing wrong with that. Just because I have a different angle. Remember two things about sports betting: it should be entertaining, you should be enjoying yourself. But it's always the second thing pertains to the first. It's always more enjoyable when you're making money. So follow proven winners like the guys at GameChangerz. You'll have fun. You'll sprinkle your loved ones with some nice gifts, and you'll enjoy yourself, guys. That's the most important thing.
The something shiny isn't you taking your ball cap off and sending her a picture of yourself, is it?
Absolutely not, buddy. But can you stop texting me and requesting those? I would appreciate it.
Let me tell you something. I'm still in therapy. I'm coming out of it soon, though, world. I'm coming back. Kelstermania 2.0. I love each and every one of you. Joe D'Amico, New York Pele, thanks for joining us on the show this week. We will see you next time. Go to GameChangerz.ca. It'll make your life better.